Hello, fair listener. Welcome and thank you for following our journey on metagaming by Rum Propelled Gaming. Fair warning, sometimes we are not safe for work, and others not safe for real life. Journey forth at your own risk. Now let's dive right back into Tarath through the campaign Alalopolis.
And last week?
Uh,
I don't think so.
I don't think it was crazy, but it was definitely good. Still
Yeah.
flying by the seat of her pants, so
Well, always.
yeah.
I feel like if we weren't, this wouldn't really be a good D&D campaign.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
You
otherwise we
end up
wouldn't be playing with each other for over a year now, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost. Hello.
Hi, Cassidy.
Hello.
Hi, Gabby. You feeling better? Oh, maybe she's muted, but I seen her pop on there.
Who wasn't feeling well?
Gabby.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I was muted. Yeah, I took some drugs and took a nap and I feel better.
Yeah.
Yay! Drugs for the win.
Yeah.
We're all chemicals. Chemicals.
Has anybody watched Nine Perfect Strangers on Hulu?
I've not,
No.
but I keep hearing that it's really good.
I don't know what that is.
It is. It's very interesting. It's a new Hulu show. I'm gonna spoil it a little bit because I feel like this is helpful. But it's very, very, like this. It centers on drugs, which I think is very interesting. I thought they did a pretty good job of. Oh, hold on. I'll be right back. My mom's calling.
Now we'll never know what it's about.
It's like I haven't watched it, but I've seen the trailer for it like a billion times. But it's like this counselor has this like camp for people to like quote unquote like detox and reset and like do like therapy and like become their better selves. But like it's like kind of creepy. And with Olivia mentioning the drugs, I'm guessing that the like counselor ends up having them like take drugs to like figure out about themselves or something.
See that
Um,
I started watching Freud, and I thought that's what that show was going to be about. But that was a stupid show. Don't watch that.
Yeah, I mean,
Speaking-
I'm totally just guessing, so because I haven't actually watched it.
I've not watched that, but as far as Hulu shows go, has anybody watched Only Murders in the Building?
Yes, I'm currently watching it.
Did you watch today's episode?
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Oh no!
But
I
I'm
think
like,
I think it for me it comes out the following day or something. Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah, because I have Hulu like through Spotify, so it's not
Oh, okay.
the episodes don't
Um,
get like posted till like the next day. So
mhm.
I'm still waiting.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good. It's really good.
Yeah, the last episode I saw was where they showed how the girl died. Like um like who pushed her off the building.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Did you watch the deaf episode?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I thought that was really nice that like that's how they like I
Yeah,
thought
it
it
was
was
like
really
crazy.
neat that that's how they portrayed the episode.
Yeah, it was like really interesting because you could really get into like his perspective
Mhm.
and like how they like flip-flopped between perspectives,
Mhm.
which is really neat.
Yeah. Um if you guys haven't watched it, there's a deaf character on there, and the episode we're talking about had no spoken dialogue in the entire episode.
I like those for the suspense that it causes, but I also generally just watch shows when I'm doing other things because I just
Well, I
don't.
think there was some words when they were doing scenes
Yeah, at the
when he
very
wasn't
end.
there. But
Yeah.
yeah, like anytime they were focusing on him, they like basically completely like muted all the like background noises. Like you couldn't hear anyone talk. Like it was just silent.
I do like those renditions. If you, for a show that no one will actually watch, but I'm so invested in now that I can't stop, is The Walking Dead because it's not that great. But there is a character in that's like that where they're deaf, and if you can imagine yourself being deaf in a zombie apocalypse world, there's a lot of very terrifying moments. From a viewer's standpoint, especially because you're like, there's a fucking zombie right there, and they can't see it or hear it. So, but whenever I'm just listening to it, I'm like, why is it silent? What's going on? Because I'm not looking at the screen half the time.
Yeah.
But I would guess that the show is probably more engaging than that, and I would have to probably sit down and actually watch it, which isn't a bad thing either. I've got shows that I specifically only watch when I'm not doing anything else. Ooh. So,
Ike must have stopped for the night because he just texted me with, "What's the HBO login?"
that's funny.
So I'm guessing he's gonna watch a movie or something.
Yeah, he's been driving all day probably. So.
Yeah, he was. They went. So I dropped him off yesterday because he didn't want to have to leave his car, and so I drove up to what is it? North of Smithfield. It starts with a B. Can't remember if it's
Barton.
Bloomingdale or Bloomfield or no, that's I think Bloomfield's in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Is it Bloomingdale?
Bloomingdale, yeah.
Okay, yeah. We drove up there and I dropped him off and then came home. That was at 8 o'clock in the morning yesterday. And then he met like the guy that he's driving with this week, like for training. And they drove up to Canton, picked up a he said it was a pallet loader, but I don't know if that's actually what it's called. It's like the little construction equipment with the little scoop on the front. So they picked up one of those, drove it up to Detroit. They stopped just north of Detroit for the night last night, drove into the actual city to drop off what they were hauling, and then after they dropped that, they drove down to Cincinnati. They're in Cincinnati now, and they're dropping off metal piping that they picked up in Detroit down there.
Ooh,
and then after they unload that in the morning, they're picking up metal coils in Cincinnati and driving them to Youngstown and dropping them off, and then after that he's not sure what they're gonna do.
sounds like he's literally flying by the seat of his pants.
Yeah.
And we're just metaphorically. No, we lost. Live. I did get the last episode uploaded at the end of the week there, so if you did want to listen to that, Bree, because you were asking about it, what all happened.
Yeah, I was thinking about listening to it eventually. Haven't really gotten around to it yet.
Nah, that's fair. I only did just upload it pretty late, because I was...
Well, and I also only just got back.
Also fair.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
did you have fun?
Yeah, it was a blast. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice to just like get away, just like completely relax and have like nothing that I really needed to do.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Oh, shnikes. Well, I guess that kind of works, actually.
What?
I was thinking, sorry. Sometimes I say stuff out loud and I don't mean to. When I was looking at the characters, I was like, wait, why is Sarah not, or Shia not inside of the courtyard with you guys? She'd wandered off with her brother right as you guys were getting into the courtyard.
Oh yeah, like to like
Yeah, go
prep.
find like their dad or whatever.
Yeah.
To like prep them for our introduction or something.
Yeah, talk to like her other brothers and their dad.
Well, for now, I guess that works too, because it looks like Sarah is not yet on.
I think it's got him, I think.
Oh, aha,
yeah.
aha. Well, you're good. I was just recanting to where the heck I'd put in your character. I'd forgotten what was going on with that last session. And it was you and your brother had wandered off to your dad to talk to him. After you guys landed in the courtyard, after flying over the encamping army. And landed in the courtyard with a dragonkin pounding away somberly on a drum, with a high elf standing in the courtyard too, apparently performing some ritual rite
All the deaths.
of seems to be of deaths that had happened. Yep. One thing that I did miss, and I guess it's probably because it was towards the end of the session again, but when you're flying across the field in front of it, you probably could have seen it on the map too when I'd made the map, but in front of the gates, that the first layer that was busted open, there was a couple piles of corpses that you'd noticed even from the air. That's how big these piles were.
There always are.
Yep.
Looking like a good piles of bodies of piles of bodies. Whatever the word is. Oh, brothers.
So, I guess we can start with you now that you're in first there, if you're good with that, and loaded in.
Mm-hmm.
You, that's my brew. It's just turned off. But it's, you guys had walked up this spiral staircase inside of the wall itself. You guys walk through that gate and into the wall, and up on top, kind of, you realize that you've gone up a story through the spiral staircase, obviously, and are in that wall that had been penetrated, but are still inside the secondary defenses. And when you get up to the top of the stairs, basically, with your brother, you would see your your father, actually, in it seems to be some sort of meeting with some other individuals sitting around a swirling vortex of force energy almost, it seems like. It doesn't, you can only kind of sense it and see the gusts of wind moving through. And beside him is the giant, who you know is Lars, to his left, who's standing and kind of like sitting up against a large spherical ball that you guess must have been catapulted up here through some of the defenses at one point, but he's casually leaning against now. And there are some a hooded figure that's kind of standing there, one without a hood and one with a hood, that are both smaller. The one without a hood is obviously a gnome, and then there's a darker skinned high elf actually to your right as you're coming up. Those three you don't recognize off to the right though.
Yeah.
And he seems to be talking back and forth with them basically as you come up to the top of the stairs. They seem to, specifically though, to mainly Lars, and kind of looking over at the three that all are waiting to approach him, it seems like, from the other side of the swirling vortex.
Okay. So, what have I missed?
Sorry?
But I figured I walked up this stairs and I walked upon this group of people.
That is correct.
Did they notice me at all?
Your father not immediately. The group to the right that is waiting on your father notice you and kind of nod to you, but they're kind of standing there silently, like patiently waiting, because your father seems to be in council with Lars, Lars Booming's voice is kind of traveling through the chamber, but your father's speaking softly to him, with his back mostly to you as you come up the stairs. And Lars's eyes alight on you and kind of get a twinkle, but don't say anything at this moment, because they're still talking back and forth, and the cutting conversation that you hear basically is Lars is, the defenses, and he gets cut off by your father again, and, well, we could do this, and he gets cut off by your father again.
So, in this group of people, and I'm sorry, I was still getting set up, and
You're good.
also I
That's
air
why
conditioning.
if you want to take
really
some
far.
if you want to take some time to think about it, I mean, people are still downstairs, and I think it loaded in a little bit before you to think about what they're gonna do potentially.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a question. Did Craig join yet? Did I miss Craig?
No, I
Oh, it's
got it.
gone.
I was behind on that one.
We miss Craig.
I got you.
I want to tell him to fuck off.
We love the son of a bitch.
Now recording.
Fuck you,
Fucking Craig.
We hate you, but we love you.
We love to hear you.
So, who's my dad in this situation?
the only dragonborn, yeah, the blue guy,
He's talking to it. Okay, that's what I thought. And then who's Lars?
the giant.
That's the giant. Okay, he's
Yeah.
the one that had a twinkle in his eye. Okay. I mean, I figured we'd walk up and give you some time to digest. We can go down to the other people.
Okay.
I don't know how much there is.
Who's my dad?
Who's my daddy?
So, Idril, Zeph, Mame.
I don't know. I just
Yeah.
figured we were just gonna wait here.
I mean, because we're
I don't know.
in. Where are we again? I see like these target boards. We're in some sort of like practice
I-
ground.
Yeah, I think we're in like the inner courtyard of Gargant, like the gates.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, 'cause when we left off, we had a plan, right? We were going to like freeze water, and we are going to create a bunch of water and basically drown these people out, or either freeze them or electrocute them, right?
I think so, with the help of Shia's family, because they can also create.
Yeah. So unless we go with her to like convince her family to help us, or like tell, like there's not a whole lot we can do right?
We can talk to these people that are chanting. Can I
they're
understand what they're saying?
There's also 2 doors here that you can obviously see through here, and it seems to be that the High Elf is just listing off names and prayers towards those people in their passing and hoping for them to have and find a safe journey to the afterlife.
Oh.
That's what Thea understands, but they are speaking in High Elven, so anyone else that understands that.
Mime's gonna walk in front of this blue dude with the drums and give him some finger guns.
And he just kind of winks at you while he's...
Am I like a Gargon's most eligible bachelor?
Apparently they like they like their halflings here.
Apparently. Okay. Guess I'm gonna go through the store.
Would it be like rude to interrupt these people in this ceremony?
You get a sense of that, especially from the high elf, who's taking it very seriously, and occasionally, every now and again, he's pulling from a satchel that he has out and over to these mushrooms just next to them some ashes, which you only presume are the actual deceased individuals. So it's a pretty serious thing for him. Yes.
Okay.
Hey DM, are any of this armor halfling sized?
Does that matter to you?
Yeah?
Don't you have the ring a reasonable size?
Oh, fair. Fair. See. Ooh, look at that squiggly little thing. Is this stuff up for grabs?
No one seems to be guarding it, if that's what you're asking, and it's just loose laying there, yes.
Yeah, I feel like I could take this guy, whatever armor is here, and whatever the squiggly little dagger dude is.
That's a heavy chest plate and heavy helm of iron, and that dagger is, you're guessing, more or less like a bronze dagger, actually.
Bronze?
Yeah, weirdly.
I want bronze shit. What else is up here?
There are some straighter iron or steel. I think you're not 100%, but one of the two.
Yeah, I'll take one of the steel daggers. Okay, so because all I have is a sickle and a shield and leather armor, so I'm gonna get heavy. What'd you say, heavy?
Iron. It's a
Breastplate.
Yeah, and a helm. I did not bring up D&D Beyond yet. Need to do that still.
Breastplate and a helm.
That stuff's in there, right? For you.
I don't see a helm. Why doesn't it give me...
You might not be proficient in it. Sometimes it does that. Like, not show you stuff.
It gives me everything but, like, something to put on my head.
Weird.
I can have a Pride silk outfit. An antimatter rifle? What is this? A blowgun. Wonders. What was that?
Actions. Inventory.
Abacus.
Oh, of course I choose that character.
There it is. So dagger. I guess dagger counts for those little...
Yeah, that's a dagger for sure.
Okay. So I got a medium... So you said it's heavy armor, not medium armor, right?
Correct. It is heavy. It would resize to fit you, so maybe it would go down the medium in that regard.
I would say I can either do plate or I can do breastplate.
Breastplate. It's a full.
Okay,
It's
that's
a.
medium.
Wait, no. I guess it would be. I don't know. Because when I think plate,
It's
I'm
okay.
thinking.
I'm
yeah.
okay with breastplate.
Yeah, I thought that's what it would be. Basically, is it just like the shoulders and then the.
Yeah, plate
The breast.
consists of shaped interlocking metal plates
Yep.
to cover the entire body.
Yep, that's what I
It
was.
includes gauntlets, heavy leather boots, a visored helmet, and thick layers of padding underneath.
Yeah,
Is that too much?
yeah. It's more of just the breastplate.
Yeah, that's the breastplate. Fitted metal chest piece worn with supple leather.
Yep.
Cool.
So if I see you wandering around, what you looking at? Any questions?
Oh yeah, I was just wondering what was going on in this room.
You can tell it's a bit of a dining hall. There's one person over here sitting behind you at a table with that's kind of just leaning up against it with no food or anything like that. And then there's a cook in this where just on the other side of the wall you were looking at that's at a stove preparing ingredients for the evening meal as it is just past lunch. For you can tell that there's been probably people here recently and food has been all cleaned away and whatnot.
Is there anything special about this water?
It's coming out of a dragon statue in a fountain manner out of its nose, kind of like it's blowing it.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's pretty
there's
special.
Nothing special about it.
Come on,
It's not
that's
like-
pretty freaking special. I don't know what you're talking about.
But it's not like holy. We're not gonna get like damned forever for taking a bath in it.
It does seem like this individual is sitting at it, in front of it, rather, with a little bit of reverence, but he's not, like, praying at it. He does seem to just be enjoying its relaxing and calming courtyard of water sounds, you know?
Gotcha. I'm gonna walk up to the chef dude and ask for food.
I was just about to say I'm gonna ask him for ale.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Is that what you say? He goes, well, I don't know. I don't have anything prepared here. There's, got some loaves of bread. I got some chopped vegetables. If you give me some more time, I could get something quickly simmered up.
Okay, I can wait.
Okay. Ale, though, Miss... Let me see. I can tap one of these barrels over here. He walks over, and he pulls a tap out of one of his pockets on his aprons and starts hammering it into the side of the barrel. Into the bunghole, if you will. That's the name of it.
Perfect. Thank you.
And goes over and grabs a mug from over here, comes back and starts filling it up. He's walks towards you. Did you want to sit down, or here you go, I guess?
Thank you. I'm gonna walk over here and sit down, kind of across from where this other guy is sitting.
And you realize by sitting across from them, they're actually a busty dwarven woman.
Does she have a beard?
She does.
Beautiful. I'm just gonna kind of sit down and nod.
And she just nods back to you.
Gonna sit there and enjoy my ale.
Constitution. Yeah, yeah. Over me.
16.
16. You feel the hearty notes of where it was brewed in the mountains, but also some tinging of a light ash barrel that it was brewed in. That gives it a almost nose of finish of like a... Oh, crap. How do you describe ash? It's kind of like a light floral, almost.
Nice. Okay.
Thea? You and Gunther just hanging out with this guy in the courtyard? Squall, I'm assuming at this point, has flapped down and has taken a rest over here on this bench. For all intents and purposes. I see you, Idril, over in a bush. For some reason, too.
I
Is it
just
a bush
imagine.
or a tree?
Oh, did you climb up into the tree that's there?
Oh, I thought that was just grass where I'm standing.
This is like a tree that's a little bit thicker, and there's
yeah,
like a small
that's what I was
bush.
looking at.
And then there is
Oh, okay.
some grass right where you're standing at, too. But
Yeah, because I was looking at the tree. I was gonna try to say hello.
it doesn't say anything back.
Can I?
That's a bummer.
Can I chime in and say that right there, as like, and Josh, you're probably a lot more prepared than I am, but like when characters do stuff like that, I'm like, fuck, I forgot they talk to trees. Shit. Okay. Like, sorry, you said that, Bree, and I immediately started panicking. I don't even know. I was like, oh, what is he gonna say? He doesn't hear you. It's choosing joy.
I'm gonna. Oh wait, Zabib is with the horses, isn't he?
Yes, you had asked him to stay with the horses, correct?
Okay. Darn.
I'm still in bird form, right?
Technically, yes. The giant owl, yes.
Okay. I'm going to respectfully stand next to these people. Like, I can tell that they're mourning dead people, so as a bird, I'm gonna, like, do that thing that birds do when they're sitting, when they're like this.
Oh.
I'm just gonna sit next to him until he's done.
Okay, so you're like sunning yourself almost next to him? That's what I understood by
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Sure, yeah.
Because like you had your arms out, if I was seeing that correctly, to the sides, which would be your wings in this case, yeah. And they are pointed towards the sun in this case. You're pointing south, so the sun is coming from that direction, and is a little taken aback by you as you, in your giant owl form, flutter down next to him and prostrate yourself like that. But he doesn't even stumble over what he was saying. He seems very professional at what he's doing.
Okay.
I think that's gone through everyone that's here right now. If you wanted to talk to your dad now, Shia.
Who's my dad?
Who am I?
Really want to talk to my dad? Really channeling Shia. Because last time she talked to her dad, she ran away.
Mm-hmm.
Probably disgraced the family and something crazy like that.
Are you about to start, like, method acting?
Let's see. Alright, so I guess I walk up to him. And, tap him on the shoulder.
And he turns his head over his shoulder, and he looks at you, and he goes, "Ah, what do you want? I'm in the meeting here. Can't you see?"
I brought a group of individuals that came here to help Gargant.
"I'm sure you did." He turns all the way around to face you. On your own time, of course, as always. How did you come upon these individuals, daughter?
It's been through a lot of adventuring, but they are very hardy folk, and I realize I haven't been speaking in Shia's accent, but they're very hearty folk, and you know, we heard there was trouble, and we came as soon as we could. We did send the boon water to help eliminate the darkness, but it seems that there's still these warriors that need defeating. So
Yes.
we came up with a plan, and we need all our brethren to come together to help us.
Well, you know, that boon water did come in handy, I'll have to give you that. But, as you're calling it anyways, we've been calling it, thinking something like the good water. I can blame your brother for that one. But, it came in the clutch, I'll say, and we're right now dealing with that problem you were talking about. I realize you have some experience, and I accepted that in that area, but this is my area of expertise, Dada. In these handling such scenarios of war and battle, we had to drive these suckers out of the town. Took a while convincing some of the other people in there to get behind our ideals. They were coming around trying to convince people to join their cult or whatever. And once they realized, you know, that it was not actually as good as they were saying, that we were able to get them out of here.
So, Josh, can I roll persuasion?
Yeah.
Can I D&D, Josh? I got some dice.
Yeah.
I figure I can keep talking, but I figured that it is a thing in D&D that I can do, so I might as well. So I'm going to say, well, won't you just listen to the plan I have? That is a... Ooh! Your girl has a +9 in persuasion! Dude, she just nailed this. What is... That's 25
Nice.
in persuasion.
And he just kind of stops, he puts his hands up, and he goes, all right, lay it on me. Guess we've all been chatting about all the different ideas up here already anyways. What's yours?
So our concept is to flood the area and then send down blue dragonborns to use the breath weapons to electrocute everyone on touching the water. We have some amazing... We have a druid and a wizard and... Oh, No, we don't have a wizard anymore, right?
Not right at the second, but he is
Warlock.
here.
So we have,
Warlock.
Technically, we have a warlock, yeah. So we have a druid and a warlock and a cleric who all know different spells that are able to create water. They're able to create a wave. And we were thinking that we could create this water suddenly before they're able to even react and zap them, and they won't have the time to... They'll all get electrocuted.
He seems a little intrigued by the idea, actually, and his hands that were up while you were talking, one of them went down holding this, still holding a staff, it seems, kind of loosely, but the other one goes to his chin, and he starts thinking, It's not a
The
bad
chicken
front.
thing.
Not a
'Cause she is like.
not a bad frontal assault. He kind of says under his breath. It was well. It seems you've improved out on your adventures at least, and that they haven't been for nothing. Because that is better than some of these lot here, he says, waving that hand that was stroking his chin off to the other people that are standing off to the side. Some of the high elves came in, they were running from the same troubles, and they'd asked for our help against these neophytes, these darn bastards. It's not only here that they've been sullying, it's also been a lot of the countryside. We're kind of in a shit show of a situation too for Samhain, which is it's coming up. If you didn't know, I know you've been out on your adventures, so you've probably lost track of time. But it's the one of the greatest holidays to keep the dead at bay and coming back to the living.
I know. I mean, I've been away, but I'm not under a rock.
And that's good, because the problem that we're also running into is that they've ravaged the land side on their journeys from the north, and for some reason have been destroying and taking turnips, which we use in our rituals to help them stay dead. And in that,
to some...
in those thoughts of things, you know, we want them gone from here. Obviously, it's been on our minds. They did throw a pretty big assault of just bodies against our wall at one point, so their numbers are fairly low, luckily. So quashing them with that frontal assault might be good, but we're going to have to circle around behind them too to kind of keep this from getting to their main forces and protect Gargant during the Samhain rituals.
Okay. So, Josh, that was a... Sorry, my brain is still working at 20% right now.
No worries.
So that's a...
It only works sometimes. I don't get it.
Thank you. What's his name?
That was TextBot.
That was TextBot. I know, but I still want to blame
Craig.
Craig. Yeah.
Thanks, Craig. What the shit?
Craig!
I'm gonna have to kick that bot.
Rude!
Alright.
I mean, it would be okay if it actually just, like, played straight, but it's all over the place.
Yeah. And we couldn't get it to work, like, when we want it to. It just works whenever it feels like it.
Yeah. Okay, so you're saying that... So he was saying that they're blocking off a field of turnips.
Not just one field. He's saying they've been messing up the turnip fields as they've gone from the north to here. And he fills in after the fact. We have a store of them that we'd been able to hide from them while they were in town and destroying said things. We were really confused at first why they were doing it. But, you know, my natural foresight, I thought something was up and hid a decent store of them for Gargant.
Yes. So when is that again?
It's tomorrow's Eve. After nightfall here, luckily we have all the turnips ready, and
so we have the turnips. So you don't need the turnips.
correct.
So you have the supply of turnips. But DM telling me that the turnips, there's only a small limited supply of turnips makes me think that we need to protect these turnips at all costs. And then Josh, what's the name of that thing again? The event?
Samhain. I'm probably saying it kind of weird, but it's also kind of sanguine as some of the other pronunciations I've heard, but it's
Are two very different.
yeah,
spelling.
it's actually in my mind based off of the original Halloween, which is what that name is actually from, if you don't know. And it is where people would dress up, and you know this too. Everyone knows this that's from your town and this vicinity. That would include probably only not Zeph is only unfamiliar with it, I'm thinking. Wouldn't have happened in your regions. Mame, you've heard of people doing it, but not done it yourself because you don't practice it there. But basically, it's just people would be getting dressed up and placing these turnips out, and the dressing up was more of a ritual to blend in with the spirits as they came to the living world, and go to people and celebrate and kind of just forget about the darkening of the rest of the year, because it's gone into the darker half of the year now, and it's only going to get darker every day.
So where are these turnips located, Father?
Oh, I've stored them in a veritably safe place over in the storage of this exact wall, knowing that we were going to be pretty heavily fortified here.
Did you click, Josh? Sorry, I was.
No. Sorry, no, I did not.
No, sorry, no. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of Princess Bride, when the creature that's like coming down there, he's like, yeah, you real. Sorry about that. A real, like, but it's like funny because you would expect him to have a real gruff voice, but then he coughs, and then it's just like this kind of like handsome voice to this like gnarly creature. Okay, sorry. Okay, so it's on one of this wall.
No, he kind of pointed off to the north on the map even, and but he was kind of gesturing down below too.
Okay. Okay, so do you think that this plan messes with the Samhain?
I think we are good. I'm not 100% if they're going to try something. That's why I've kept them in such a secure location. Considering the past events, you know, just covering our own asses and shit. But the real trouble is going to make sure that they don't come in to the town of Gargant before then, I would assume, because that is probably one of their ultimate goals, as to what I understand anyways, of what I've been able to pick out. They've put up some other shrines and stuff in town, but I haven't bothered with them, as they spend a good bit of time with these, and they don't seem to be doing anything for me.
Okay.
There's one even on this wall that they've erected I've considered taking down. Just on another... Just outside of the kitchen, there's a training grounds that there was a shrine there that we didn't use very much at all, but they erected something else on top of it. I really don't understand myself. You know me, I've not been in much in the religious type. I just care about my studies and the magic and keeping this family afloat and on top.
Yes. So I will review the turnip concerns with my companions.
That
and did we
sounds
get
wise.
approval to bring the brethren out for the mass electrocution?
Let me mull it over here with Laws. Why don't you familiarize yourself with our fortifications here too, a little bit, so that you can understand what what the anvil's going to be like for the hammer you're going to be bringing down on them.
Okay.
He seems to hope that you understand this, like he's just using jargon that's normal in his field.
Picking up what he's putting down.
I'm guessing that he's talking about analyzing everyone who can help us. He's talking about us as the fortification. Okay. Oh, yeah.
And maybe you can get some other insights that I haven't. Right now, we've been holed up here primarily for the Samhain's Night and making sure that we make it through.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll do what we can. Thank you for hearing me out. It's great to be back.
Certainly, daughter. And he opens his arms wide and he says, "Your mother would be amiss if I did not greet you correctly."
Wow.
Yes. And she goes in for one of those, like, low, kind of like, yeah. Okay.
And he just does pretty much the same thing, just, all right, we'll talk later. Good game.
Yep. Okay, good. like the pat in the back.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I like check in what's on that door?
Yeah. It's just so far you can tell is an empty chamber there. And like I said, you're upstairs.
Would I know what these doors are? I feel like I would. I wouldn't have to, like, Sarah Chakowski's curious.
Oh. You're actually not too familiar with these fortifications. You hadn't spent that much time, I would have assumed anyways, in this part of the city, which is like the entry gate. If anything, you were passing through this to go out to the farmlands at one point, but this area is literally just like servants and watchmen and such, like where you're at right now.
Okay.
And where you're standing right there, you get a view too of like archers that are primed at they're high elves, so you know that they're good archers, not normal archers that are manning these walls, but they're at arrow slits that you can kind of see out towards the carnage in the battlefield there.
Okay.
Which is, you're assuming now you are over the main gate that would have been breached to the secondary gate that hadn't been breached.
So when I look over, what do I see?
Right there is no over. That is a actual wall.
Oh.
So it'd be like through here. You would be looking through an arrow slit, and I'll try to do one of these. Yink.
Is it like those 4 tiles?
Can you see now?
Let me see. Oops. Yes.
Okay. So you're more or less actually more towards this direction, but that didn't work out so well in the actual visibility of the thing. So, but you get the idea where there's like a gate in front of you that's been busted open. There is a still mostly intact ramming device of War Siege and a good bit of carnage, and it looks like there were some other war machines that were destroyed out the front of the gate with those piles of bodies that you noticed before and random weaponry and a whole heck of a lot of arrows and bolts strewn about the battlefield.
So in my flyover, so you have the front gate, and then when we are the 4 piles or the 4 groups, are those just beyond that?
Oh yes.
So like,
yeah. So what you're seeing right there too, farther off, is like a barricade wall of carts that are out past the carnage and all the bolts, and you can see they've basically lined those up just outside of the range of when you were flying over, you noticed the what the heck are those called now? The giant crossbows.
No, I know what you're talking about. So, like, wait, where's mine? So, that we're here, and that's the front gate. That's a barricade, and then these are the 4, and that's what that looks like.
Yeah, for a very simple,
and then,
diagram.
And there's the diagram. And then there's the bridge here. Yep. The water comes around. Okay.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yep.
I just need to know how those put together. All right, cool. So I walk back, and it's good to know where that is. Right now I am kind of just studying the area.
You notice off to the 2 sides here too, there are a set of stairs off to either side in that particular barricade, besides the set of stairs that you came up into this particular area.
Okay. I feel like that might lead down. Yeah, that leads down to the front gate. So that's where that is. Okay. So then back here is
also not very much. It seems like this area was as used as a second floor and much more for the sense of getting that vantage over the gates than actual use of storage of anything.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. I feel like that's not a bad area to, but then at the same time, okay. All right, well then I head back downstairs.
Okay, down the, and you're here then?
I'm guessing my brother does whatever he wants.
Okay. While you pass him then, and he says, I'm actually gonna go back into the sister city. Fuck it. Into the city, sister. And, I'm going to rest up and, meet up with a lady friend I've been seeing. Make sure she's okay.
That's not me, May. As I walk down the stairs.
Oh, I didn't know that waffle was on the table. He kind of follows behind you, like...
No, it's not.
He keeps following you. At that point.
Oh, God. That's on me, May.
Well, that's fair. I will go talk to them then. And he kind of goes off through, and what you're seeing is, after you come down to the bottom of the stairs, is another large steel gate off to your left with somebody that's kind of, they're staring at it with their back to you for the most part. They hear you coming down the stairs though and turn around and kind of put their back to the wall, and they nod to you, and you can see that they're well outfitted and kind of just on first watch of some sorts for the door, for the secondary door now, because they don't have any other vantage on it other than standing in a different area. This is to what you can understand from what you've seen so far, you know. And yeah, your brother just walks straight past him, straight up this way, and kind of knocks on this. I didn't put a good way to do that, did I? Oh, he goes over to here, where this is like a supposed little large banner, actually, and walks behind it on the wall.
Wondering where. Good day.
Oh, Miss Gargant. Yes.
Yes. Are you the gatekeeper?
Yeah, it is currently my guarding time, yes.
What would you say, if you could maybe give a weakness to this gate, what would you say its weakness is?
Most definitely that it's been not at the best vantage here. So during the night hours, it is rather hard to guard. Considering the fact, that you only have...
There's 2 of them.
There's not. Don't worry.
Okay.
There's,
Sorry.
only one side of the gate that I can stand on, and the other side is actually full of corpses currently. And the gate that's been busted in front of that, and there's a good bit of debris in between here and that first gate. So, the biggest weakness is really that for this particular gate, I guess, no longer do we have to worry about the siege weapons necessarily, but if they were to scale the walls or sneak in somehow, those are really the biggest. They were not really prepared for the second gate. There was a large pile of corpses in front of it. It was quite pleasant
No, good. Good.
to bathe in
Can
the
I get your
blood.
name?
Oh, it is Quentin. It is
Well,
an honor. And he drops his head. Miss
honor's
Gargan.
mine. You do good work, Quentin. Keep it up. And I continue walking forward. Find my friends. Dun, 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 dun. So you walk that way. I'm walking into the kitchen. No, armory.
Armory. There was a lot of armor and weapons just stacked about.
Oh,
And you hear a large, profound tinging from the other side of that wall that you're facing. Almost to your right, more so, though.
like here? Or this way?
It's resounding down that, which is a hallway of sorts, you can tell, leading out to a field that you see.
Okay. What's in the stairs here? Those go down below.
Mm-hmm. You're guessing just by the gesture of where you were and where your father was pointing. You're like, maybe that's where the turnips are.
So then, what's over here? Because this looks like this would be the front gate. So then what's here?
A small apothecary and such.
So is this a window then?
That's,
Right there?
Oh, it's not set up like the right way, is it? Here we go. I just didn't forget to tick one of these on it. Boink. It's a door.
Oh, there's a door. So then this opens. Oh! There it goes. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Apothecary. Not what I am. Or is it what I am?
What? The individual standing at the desk? Is that what you're asking about? That individual seems to be green-skinned, but they do not seem to be scaled. They have even got green hair, and they seem to be wearing leaf accoutrement, like clothing.
Sorry. My mind is really... What is that?
I don't-
am the potion person.
Oh, yeah, like a apothecary? I don't know.
Is it a... Because my background is... Sorry.
You're alright. Pretty sure that's what the kit is that you have to have, too.
Yes. Alchemist.
Alchemist, that's the word. That's the better word.
So apothecary, what's the difference between apothecary and alchemist?
Alchemist...
Isn't
Go ahead.
apothecary medicine?
Yes, specifically. Yeah.
And alchemy is like chemistry.
Yep.
Trying to make gold out of nothing.
So I don't recognize this. And then, is this another door?
It is, but it does appear to be locked when you jangle on it. And this person does, who had been focused on something in front of them, a mixture of different things, turns to you now at the jangling of the door and goes, "Who's there? Who's there? Hi.
Oh, it is me. No worries.
What are you doing
I
here?"
am reviewing this defenses. The
Oh,
buildings.
must be another gargant. That blue scales give you away.
I know. Terrible sometimes. I'm sorry to bother you.
No bother.
If you would say this building has a weakness, what would you say its weakness is?
Aye, if it were me, I'd say it's the crypts, but that's only if you're a spiritual sort.
Where are those located?
Oh, you know, under the storage, deep down on the 3rd level.
So, Josh, she's telling me the storage, like those stairs that were over here,
Mhm.
where you just said the turnips were. She's telling me that that's a weakness.
Maybe. That's what you're probably
Okay.
gathering, I mean, from what she said.
Yeah, right. I'm putting it together. We go. What? Okay. So, why would you say that?
Oh, well, you know, there's dead people down there, and it is Samhain's Night shortly upon us. And I don't know about you, but being situated on top of a bunch of dead people on the Night of the Dead seems pretty ominous to me. But it might be my craft, too. She kind of fiddles with some bones. Yeah, I haven't seen it happen in my lifetime. I've only heard of terrible things happening if we don't perform all the rituals correctly. But as to what has been said from your father, I'm presuming, because I have only heard of one young female, and she's of, I don't know his name.
His name is. I don't remember.
Did I put it in here?
Father is Nadar Gargant. Nadar.
Okay. I think you'd said that 1 or 2 sessions ago, so.
My father is Nadar. My older brother is Krib. My second brother is Moot. Third is Lindak and Donar.
Ah, yes. It's hard to keep track of all the names of the Gargant family. They are not of my native tongue, to boot.
That is fine. I'm glad that father still talks about me. I thought I would have been surprised I'm still welcoming, that's all.
There was a bit of a fit and some rumors going about, but, nothing that I'd put stock in.
Yes, well, he's a bit dramatic, but don't tell him I said that. And I sort of walk out.
And she just seems to go back to work and take it in stride, mixing some, and using a mortar and pedestal and making different things.
Okay. So, they are putting the turnips, their turnips are downstairs with the dead bodies because you are performing the rituals with the dead bodies. Or it just, they happen to coincide.
Do you want to go downstairs? Is that what you're asking?
No, I'm asking you if he potentially said that, and Sarah Chakowski was not listening.
Oh.
I don't know.
That was a female, even though my voice was not very feminine, but it will.
The dad, the father. The
Oh.
father said we put them in a storage unit, and I wasn't sure if he said anything along the lines that they put them down there
To protect
close to
them
the dead.
is what he had said, actually.
Okay.
The turnips, yeah.
And when does this ritual need to be performed?
This evening.
And who's performing it?
Everyone. It's kind of generally, it's like everyone takes time out of their day, basically, at the end of the evening, and eat like a light dinner at that, and go around asking people who'd been cooking all day, actually, to... And you know from a fact that servants and such like this and that are on duty that cannot be off duty are brought, even at their posts a lot of the times, food or such, but they're all dressed up in various different...
Okay. So I am now going to be looking for my friend because I think we need to talk. So I guess I'd head out this way.
While you're standing there in a courtyard, you see some horses, and you also catch what must be making that big noise as they come back around the corner as a giant that's very different than Lars, but is manning a massive forge, just tinging away and blowing the bellows is what he did actually when he walked this way, and he comes back and continues tinging.
Okay. So I guess my brother went this way, so I'm gonna go back. And I'm gonna... Oops. I'm gonna go through this thing.
Ah, perfect. And you open up the banner and you see a door behind it that seems to be unlocked, and you open it and walk through the wall to see Idril resting in some grass, and Squall on a bench in a courtyard that you were. And
Alrighty.
I don't know if you can... Oh yeah, you can see Thea and Gunther off in the ways.
Yeah.
Is this ceremony over?
At that time too, they do seem to be wrapping up and rolling the parchment up that they'd been using, the long scroll almost, and the dragonkin is packing away his drums, and all of the satchel is empty that he's been holding there and dumping ashes slowly into the center of these mushrooms. But I would say your hour would have been up in that time too, just probably about at this time, just for convenience sake.
Yeah. I was gonna say that I was probably gonna turn anyway.
Yeah.
Was this guy a wood elf or a high elf? I don't remember.
High elf.
Okay. So I would probably return back to my regular self before the hour. Like as soon as I see that they're like wrapping up.
Okay. Oh boy.
So I walked in. Oh my.
And I'm the giant. But first I'm gonna walk up to the elf guy.
Okay.
If he's done.
He looks over to you and seems startled. Whoa! How? I thought you were just a giant owl come here to observe the passing of my kin, but apparently you're of my kin.
Yeah, I was a bird a second ago, but I was trying to be respectful, but also your brain gets a little bit small. Where are you from?
Oh, a small village not too far from here, on the other side of the straits, just past the the land bridge towards and he says your hometown. I'm blanking
Yeah,
now.
what is my hometown again? Because I'm trying to remember right now too. I'll find it in a second if you give me.
I just set it in, and I've been Googling a lot, I will say, in the last few weeks, so my brain is...
Byzantium.
Yeah, there we go. Byzantium. That's what he says.
Okay. Did you pass through Byzantium to get here?
No, they were much farther north, in a much larger settlement. Seems they've been mostly enslaved there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask about. Are they experiencing something similar to what's going on here?
Oh, it's much worse. He just kind of hangs his head in sorrow. I'm sorry to hear you're from there. You're anyone that's there is more than likely slaves or killed now. He just looks up to
Is it the
sorrow,
same cultists?
sorrow in his eyes, and he says, "Yes, it was the neophytes."
How did you get here, or why did you come here?
Well, we'd been lucky enough to hear of Byzantium's downfall and kind of got ahead of the waves that led out from there. You can see some of them crashing against these walls here, and we were chased in front of them. We were luckily, too, also a larger group that were able to keep some of the smaller neophyte groups at bay. We'd had some warriors among us, mainly, though, they were hunters and farmers and such. They've made it
So
all...
some people made it out of Byzantium?
We were of a small village outside of Byzantium. I'm not so sure about Byzantium itself. It didn't seem like we'd run into anyone in our passing.
Are you a warrior, or are you more of like a spiritual guy?
Oh, I'm... yes, very much spiritual. Kind of brushes his high-collared coat. Have you spent much time in our cities?
To be honest, no, but I'm pretty concerned about the neophytes.
Oh, aren't we all?
How long do you think you'll stay here?
I'm here pretty much indefinitely at this time. I mean, till there's something done with the neophytes and their strongholds in the far, far north. They're even worse. It's even worse there. As to what I understand, they'd come to Byzantium in force and have made it their capital.
Well, thanks for the information.
Certainly.
Josh, what... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Josh, what time is it in this world?
You guys are looking at probably the approximation of like 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Okay, so I go. Come. Everyone. News.
By that time, too,
Real quick.
Mame, just going to your side of things as some of the other proceedings were going on when you were searching around over there. Shia, you were served a nice glazed, it's more caramelized onions and carrots and some potatoes, it looks like. Just quickly stirred
Did
up.
I get that too?
You got it in like a plate. Yep, the cook had come over and just set it in front of you.
No. With some bread.
Ah, I can certainly do so. And he walks over to the pantry, grabs a loaf of bread and sets it down next to you.
No. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're good. I was looking at some of the Hunga stuff. Zeph, you should be good. You guys are getting a little munchy too, because you've missed lunch by this point, I'd say, for the most part.
I just learned that my family probably died, so I'm probably not thinking about food or really listening to Shia. I'm probably just like not attentive at this moment.
Yes, now you know how it feels. As you guys were all chatting about, and my hometown was being destroyed. So yes, we need to. Where'd the rest of the group go? As I referenced to Idril and Thea.
I don't know. Out that door.
Okay.
Yeah, what she said.
Do we have little speaky guys?
Yeah.
The Torques? Mm-hmm.
Is yours working? Because it wasn't working before.
I don't know. Is it the neck thing? I've lost track which one it is. Is it the wrist or neck?
It's the Torque. It's on your necklace.
Okay. I do the neck thing.
You just like tap it and kind of. Go ahead.
And you're like, Mime. Come in, Mime. Oh.
You just logged off.
Ignore that call. Ignore.
Sent the voicemail.
Mine.
That was a mistake. It was just a big button, big red button. I had to push it.
Mime's
you know,
eating. Can she take a message?
yeah. Mime's response comes back, but mouth full. Bop. Yeah. Bop.
Can you come back, Mime, or maybe we can all head to where Mime is?
Yeah. I got food. Give me like 5 minutes. I'm gonna finish eating this and I'll head back out. There's some armor. I got myself some breastplate. I recommend, taking advantage of that storeroom. But I'll be there shortly.
Well, I'm just gonna hold this down, and I'm gonna talk. While you're eating, sorry. I feel like there's something about to happen, and I want to address this sooner rather than later, because it seems that we need to perform we got approval to do the electric shocky water thing, but we have to perform this ASAP, because tonight is Samhain, which is a night where the dead rise, and we perform a ritual that involves turnips to keep the dead at bay. Well, the turnips are currently in the basement with all our buried dead, and I just have a really bad feeling about this, that something, and then at the same time we're supposed to protect the city. I am not sure what to do. I don't know.
I mean, can we use the dead? Can we use the dead to attack the neophytes?
As you're saying this to the Donar comes up to you, Mame, completely oblivious of the fact that you're talking on the thing, kind of leans up against the counter that you're eating on, and kind of just head shakes towards you. I see you busy there. I'll wait until you're done. Oh, I gotta get his voice going again. Damn it.
Mame nods at him. And, good idea. Yeah, so what if we can I'm assuming we can't, reason with the dead. What if we can funnel them? Cuz I'm assuming they're going to be zombie-like and they're going to attack. So what if we can build, sort of maze walls that lead them out?
I don't
This could be a bad idea, but Either way, I think I'm with you. We need to get the turnips away from the dead people.
Or, I mean, we have to either attack now before this ritual so that we're able to. I mean, I think we need to gather the people. I need to gather the brothers, but Father was being all cryptic and shit, and I have no idea where they are.
What was his plan?
I didn't hear of a plan.
Oh.
Sounds like a
Then
good
how
leader.
how are we going to, because they have to help us carry out our plan. How are we going to communicate with them for timing?
I mean, I
Because if
think
we attack... Go ahead.
I think we need to collect them. I need to get everyone. So I think we need to get everyone. I don't know particularly how to do that. Donner, can you? I heard Donner's voice. Can you ask him?
He'd
Oh,
followed
I ran
me.
out.
No, he'd followed you out as you were.
Follow?
He was
Okay.
like, yeah, he was like, oh, hello, again, sister. Funny meeting you here.
As a fruit fly on a ripened banana.
Hope there's some ripened bananas.
Jesus Christ. Ridiculous. Put it in your pants, Donner. How do we get our brothers here?
Oh, Well, Father does have a way to communicate with them, I've noted. He hadn't taught me of such magical techniques. It seems you guys are communicating pretty fluidly. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
If we can find your brothers, we can use the buddy system and give them torques as long as, we stay together. I think so.
Do we have
Right.
torques to distribute?
No, I'm saying, as long as one of us is with one of them, as long as
right.
someone has a torque. But finding them, I guess, is going to be the first thing to tackle.
Agreed. Are these bows?
Yes, they are just long bows there sitting on the... apparently used for practice.
The DM. Hint, hint, hint. There's some long bows. No, just kidding.
I was gonna say I thought the ripened banana joke was good enough there.
I'm only proficient in firearms. I don't think bows would. These bows, if they're long bows, they're probably about as long as, as tall as I am. That would be pretty silly. I don't think I need one, but.
Be a bad dare. So I guess back to Father, and then maybe you guys go down in the basement. Is there a? Oh, this is what I was going to ask. Does anybody have any type of hiding spell? Can we? I understand the warlock
Thermology.
isn't with us, but can the warlock still be with us?
What do you mean by hiding?
You want to hide the turnips?
Yeah.
I say, 'cause there's probably too many turnips for us to carry, right? I'm assuming there's a lot.
What if we light them on fire?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
I have sanctuary.
I extinguished my fire.
Hide the turnips from burning.
Sorry.
Oh, I've blessed. I've created a destroy water. We can just, submerge them for a while.
Looks like you've made it back out to the courtyard too, Zeph.
Yeah, I don't really have anything. I mean, I can disguise myself, but that's it.
Isn't there a pass without a trace? Does that work on turnips?
I have that, but I don't think it's a turnip related spell.
Come on.
Spell that only targets turnips.
What if that existed?
It probably does.
Wait, so, I'm sorry, are we trying to figure out how to get more turnips from like where the neophytes are?
No, we're trying to figure out how to safeguard the turnips that are stored right next to where everybody's buried. Because the turnips are part of a ritual that keep the dead where they are. So, I don't know. There's some connection, we're assuming, between the turnips and the dead.
Well, should we just use the turnips to make sure that the dead don't rise instead of trying to like protect them? Just actually use them to.
Probably.
I'm just afraid that, I don't know, the Neo people are going to somehow communicate with the dead to like destroy the turnips. It just, the DM is smiling and I'm anxious now.
I'm just smiling because I came up with a ritual for turnips, and the amount of times that we've said turnips in this episode has made me happy. That's why I'm
So
smiling.
let's just do the ritual. When is the traditional time that the ritual's done?
It is tonight. But
Why do they wait so long?
it's because it's the timing of the ritual. Am I correct, Josh?
You are correct, yes.
Alright. It's like a timing thing. You have to do it like the stroke of the 12th hour. So I think my worry is that we're going to do this ritual. In the middle of the ritual, they're going to attack us. So
So we need to attack them first. But what if, in attacking them, we start fighting and miss the 12th hour? Yeah.
We're in a real conundrum. Got a real pickle here.
Guys,
Why don't we
killed everyone in my hometown?
Why don't we like have certain people? Because like I don't know how much help I would be with like a ritual. But what if, like, but I know I can fight. So what if we have some people, like, set up to do the ritual and then people guarding those people?
Josh, are you raising your hand?
No, sorry, I was making noise unintentionally, is all. And I was scaring myself.
Unintentionally, sure.
Right.
Okay. Well, your father has to have some number of royal guard or royal army at his disposal. Can we go like rally the troops and set them as sentries?
Yeah. I think that if you guys go down, I have an assumption where these turnips are. If you guys go down, investigate the turnip situation. Just to make sure, because I had some apothecary just hint that downstairs was the weakest point of our defense system, and we're
What if we try to move the turnips to someplace safer?
Well, where would that be?
I don't know. We're in a castle in the center.
So, evaluate the turnips. Let me know. I'm gonna go talk to my dad, see if we can get all the brothers together.
Who's
Okay, so how do we
evaluating
get to the
turnips, and where do we go?
So, I guess you just like points to all of you guys. And it is in a courtyard, which... Alright, so... It's back through here. Is there a...
Yeah, I
door?
should have made, like, an actual door for it, but I didn't. That's what I was talking to myself, like, offhandedly about earlier. I was like, well, that was dumb. I made, like, 3 doors through a wall, and then I forgot to make a third, like, a man door-sized door. because I was worried about the big doors. Give me a minute. I can make an actual one.
It's through this door!
Yeah. And you
never
walk
mind,
behind
it's
some bushes and you actually point out the door, basically, and you're like, oh. I figure it tracks.
That's one of the safeguards for the turnips.
Yeah.
So nobody knows.
Yeah.
Speak friend and then turn.
It wouldn't be in the heavily marked pathway. No, it's in the bush. We have a main door in the bush. That won't make sense.
Uh-huh. It makes a lot of sense. I don't know what you're talking about.
So, the other thing that's concerning is that we have this main gate, and then it seems like the obvious way to go, but then there's 2 stairwells flanking the gate that seem pretty easy to get into. Concern.
Are they locked? What's the situation?
Where do
with
the
those?
stairwells go to?
They go outside. So, she draws a map. Oh my, I got some buttery fingers.
Oh, come on.
She draws a map. And she says, she draws this map here. And she says, the front gate is, well, so there's 2 front gates. Let's say there's a front gate. No, give me a second. There's a front gate. There's a second gate. The second gate has been, or the first gate has been broken down. Whoop, there she is. And the second gate is still standing, has a pile of their own bodies in it. There. So first gate, that's been broken down. Now this is the second front gate, and you have this main wall, and then you have these stairs flanking both sides that seem to be able to access. I remember seeing them in a flyover. I guess I don't know. I looked at a picture the DM gave me, and I put 2 and 2 together because I'm an architect, and he can't help that. So, so I was up on top. I was up on top of this wall, and I noticed that there's 2 stairs that go down.
Okay.
So it's like in between the first gate and the second gate, but the first
Gotcha.
gate is down. So it makes me nervous.
So I'm just wondering if those are actually what's the word I'm looking for? Words are escaping me. If those stairs are actually like useful, if they're not just like ornamental, or if they're not just like false stairs, if they're meant to like distract and divide your enemy when they're attacking. I could be completely full of shit, but
Or if they go up to like the battlements or whatever, if they can get down from there, or I don't know. Are they just gonna be up there? I don't know.
like, are they functional? Functional is the word I was looking for. Are they functional stairs for like people of the castle to use, or are they ornamental, or are they like purposely a dead end? They just like lead to the castle wall to like.
My assumption is you're guarding a castle wall, and you have your first gate and your second gate, and it's for the people that are on the first gate to run up on top and start shooting people.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So yeah, then that would be an issue. We should guard that.
Mm-hmm.
Question: does anybody have a spell? Do I have a spell? Wait a second. Sarchikowski, you have spells. Yeah, Nimbusol? I do have minor illusion. Sarah, you're an idiot. You're an absolute sorry. Okay. So what if I cast minor illusion on the stairwell that goes down to the turnips and make it look like a flat floor or a door in front of it that you can't get into?
You could do that, but we would have to keep them away from it because I think once they touch it, to the best of my knowledge about that spell, is that the illusion goes away.
Could we put like an object in front of it, like a sleeping squall, or a or a bookshelf, or a?
It's more like bait, I think.
We can paint eyes, like awake eyes, on him, and.
Josh, you seem to put in a real contraption here. This is so complex.
I don't think this is the part Josh intended us to get caught up on.
No.
I don't know anymore. I just create things, whatever they are.
We will pick apart everything, whether it's
the turnips. The
meaningful
turnips
or
are not safe.
I can put one pathway ahead of you, and it will be no. We're going to dig through this wall. So
We'd find a way to argue about it.
yeah. Yes.
So, I'm currently trying to get into that other place, Josh.
Yeah, I can get everybody there. I tried to make it while you were talking. It sort of worked, but it didn't really fully work. But that's also because of
what a pretty pillar.
Of Astral's struggle with doors, as we've found.
Yeah. It looks like there's like 2 doors on top of each other right now.
Yeah, that's basically because that wall is a thickened wall too. So that was.
Okay.
Why is the floor discontinuous? Does this mean something?
It's all just haphazard stone. It seems well placed.
Oh, okay.
In the sense that like it's all natural, but some of it was obviously cut from somewhere. So it's just flooring.
Do I see bad shit? Just kidding.
Wrong campaign. I mean,
So,
unless it's applicable, I guess. I don't know. I don't think you see any bad shit. You can roll a perception if you really want.
No.
Okay.
I point you in the direction. I'm like, I kind of step forward and say, it's down this hall, that hall, and to the left, there's a kind of a stairway down. And then I'll be up on that stair, and then I'll come down shortly to join you. Or I'll just help.
Is this another armory?
Yes, past the armory.
Huh. Yeah. Okay, is it on these stairs?
Yes.
Hey Josh, I'm
Is there
stuck.
anything?
Oh, okay. I got you. I think.
Are we a group of all girls right now? How did that happen? I mean, other than Josh, obviously.
Our one male is
MIA.
MIA.
Taking a nap on a bench.
Yeah.
It's interesting because the other group is also a lot of females.
Mhm.
Yeah, besides Josh, there's just Ike and Johnny are the only 2 males.
Interesting. Oh. Josh, I head up the stair.
Head down the stairs, you mean? Or, oh, up the stairs. I got you now. I'm following you. I was looking at everybody else heading down the stairs. And you're...
Is there... Okay.
What? And you guys are heading down the
Nothing.
stairs?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I
Thea,
won't
are you-
impede our motion anymore.
Are you following? Because you're kind of farther behind. Just making sure here.
Me, I'm following whoever is down here. I can't really tell what's going on.
Okay. I'm assuming you're doing the same too, Idril. I know that you were, like, much farther behind because of the door situation, but I was assuming you were following everyone, but I don't know.
Yeah, I just lost him.
Okay.
I found him again.
There you go. I think I got everybody there now. But you guys go down the stairs and see an individual who seems to be casting magic repeatedly, apparently small magic because he's only waving his hands around, and you see turnips flying out of one crate and going into another crate, and when one flies out of the crate, it's originally its own shape, but then it turns into a skull shape that he turns it into, and into the others, into the side there, where he's putting them.
Mime's gonna walk up to him and pull his hood off.
His head.
Not his head. His hood.
Jesus, Mime.
Sleight of hand.
Wait, is there another guy right here? There's a dragonborn right by the stairs, wait.
That's Shia's
Yeah,
brother. You recognize?
Yeah.
God damn it! Did this not go through?
I did
Who
not
is
see.
right up Mime's ass.
Yep, just kind of like
a.
lost puppy right now.
Oh crap! I'm refreshing, so my roll will hopefully go through.
Okay, I was trying to check
I don't
on
know why it does this.
D&D Beyond.
It's liver and onions.
Surprise! Sleight of hand. Oh my goodness, what is going on?
I'm gonna give you a minute, because Shia, you went up here to talk to your dad.
Yeah. So I run up the stairs. And sorry, my dinner right now.
I've been there.
Not bad.
No? No?
Salty. Technically corn. It's a vegetable.
It's a grain. It's a whole grain.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I run up and say, Father, can you, I think we need to execute our plan ASAP. Can you reach out to our brothers?
And he turns around to you, Lars, who seems to have suited up completely. He's got a helm on, full helm on now too, and he's got his greaves and boots and such on. He turns back to you and he goes, I think we're about ready here. Your brothers shouldn't be far, and you just hear dunk dunk dunk, and then it sounds like something had fallen onto the roof, and you just hear a clattering and a running, and poof, almost identical to your father, 3.
No.
More dragonkin run in.
Identical to his father.
Yep.
There's just like a bunch of little blue dragonborns everywhere. Okay. Sorry.
Who's my dad?
And they run in. All 3 of your other brothers run in at that moment to report to your father. They kind of jump in front of you, actually, kind of push you out of the side, and they salute to him and just say, "Commander." Not even father. And he goes, well, here they are. I guess they haven't really been briefed. Do you want to try and give it a hand, daughter? And they are taken aback. They almost look at each other, and they slowly turn around hesitantly to face you. Like, what is this development? What is going on?
Get over it. Yeah, so actually, question, hats off. Did we figure out how they were going to be flying above?
Oh, the Dragonborns? Or Dragonkin? You guys hadn't thought up something of that, as far as I know, but I don't know.
So your brothers?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are 4 of you, including yourself, and a 5th if you include your father.
I don't think we talked about flying.
You guys have, she reaches or talks to her.
Were we just gonna attack from like the top of the wall down at the enemies?
But
I thought we were gonna use the flying carpet.
yeah, we were going to. Well, so Bree, it's too far. Our breath weapon's 30 feet. So
Oh, okay.
hovering over because the campsites are 50 feet. I can only assume that's like 100 feet before the campsites from the outer wall. So, brothers, do you have flying carpets?
They look between each other and go. The one in the middle, who they seem to look to first, just turns his head and looks over at their dad, and he kind of just shakes his head with a grin on his face. And he turns back to you and says, I believe we can acquire such, yes?
Perfect. That is what I wanted to hear. So, we will be flying over. We have 2 magicians that are going to be setting off water and flooding the area. We'll be flying over and using our breath weapon to electrocute the red-caped men.
The neophyte sister? Is that who you're referring to?
Yes, they don't deserve their name to be used.
Astute observation.
Sarah's way of not remembering.
Well, I mean, if Father's okay with this, yep, we're gonna give her plan a try.
Alright. Sorry, guys. Where are the flying carpets?
Who are you asking?
Them. The brother of the father. The father.
They just
Where
kind
can
of
we-
look between each other and look back to the father, and he says, well, they will take a little bit of time to get here. I mean, don't just carry around flying carpets and all. I know Donner has one, and he can go and requisition a few pretty quickly.
So then I do beat you on my neck, and I say, come in, guys. I'm talking to the group. Donner still with you?
Yep.
Can someone ask him to assemble flying carpets? I think we'll need, so there's Donner, maybe we'll go in set of 2, or so Donner's carpet, and then myself. I don't think we need more than 4, and then 2, so then I guess we need 3 more?
Tell him to find 3 more.
Yeah. And then I know that you guys are gonna, I don't know where you guys are gonna be situated.
The range of tidal wave is 120 feet. So I guess I could be further away.
Okay. And then Mimi, I believe you have the create water.
Indeed.
I see your tests coming through, by the way.
Yeah. That's good. 16 refreshes later.
Wow.
So you grab for the top of his hood and you kind of catch him off guard as he'd been focused on his task, if a little lackadaisically. And the hood falls down and he turns to you with his hands up, almost like he was going to cast another spell, but sees that you're all not who he thought it would be, and he goes, what? It's a gnome under the hood, and he goes, what are you guys doing down here?
You rolled so well that his head flew off.
I just give him some finger guns. Tell him I really like turnips, not skulls.
Well, we need these turnip skulls for the placing of such to ward off the spirits. For Samhain Night. Don't you know?
So it's not just raw turnips. You have to do something to the turnips ahead of time.
Yes. We have to prep them for Samhain's Night and get them looking in their appropriate scariness so as to blend in and not evoke the spirit's wraths.
So I'm gonna touch the Torque, and like while this conversation's going on, I'm gonna talk to Shia and basically ask her if this is typical of the ritual.
Yes, she would say yes.
Okay, then I look over at Mime and give her just a little nod of approval.
Okay. Mime returns back to the gnome guy and says, carry on. Good. Do your duties. Just check in.
Well,
I turn.
okay.
Sure.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just making sure you know what you're doing.
I'm going to turn to Donar and say, your sister rang and she says that we need 3 more carpets. Can you get those?
I mean, I could, I guess. I was kind of enjoying you guys' company, though. I mean, it's a little boring back there. Anyways, I guess I'll go. He just stalks up the stairs, looks back askantly over his shoulder, and goes.
Good to know that saving your town is a priority.
He is the youngest brother. Cut him some slack.
Okay.
I take one of these bottles of wine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where did Mime just go?
To the wine.
Can I assess how many turnips there are?
You see that he's standing in front of 2 open crates, even though I only have 1 visible, but there is a couple others there that seem to be full of already skull-shaped turnips. This seems to be the last crate he's working on.
Can I make a check to see how many we're talking?
Yeah. Didn't we come up with something that should be mathematical? Is it intelligence? Would it be an intelligence check? I think that's right. That makes sense too, because you're kind of counting. You're using your mind, brain, muscle thing.
That thing.
Yeah.
It was bad. 7.
You're whoa, that's a lot of turnips. It's probably 40 billion there. I don't know.
I pressed the torque and I'm there's 10 turnips here, guys.
10, is that correct? Only 10 turnips?
No.
No, there's a lot. I can't tell how many, but there's a lot. They're in crates. Most of them are skulls.
Sounds good.
What else were we doing in this basement?
Taking bread. these both bread?
No. So like this is a flatbread, and this is like a
Baguette or a roll?
I guess they could be both bread. Yeah, sure. I thought it was corn. When I was going back into my memory and I wasn't looking at the map, that I thought it would be corn, and I was like, that doesn't make sense in the context of anything. So yeah, it's more bread.
I mean, it can be. Okay.
Yeah, the one's more of like a flatbread though, and that one's like a baguette.
Ew.
I'm just gonna uncork the wine bottle that I took and like just stand here and just sip it out of the bottle.
And
What is this thing?
roll a Constitution for me, Zeph.
I am.
Okay. And what you're looking at, Thea, is like a blank book. There seems to be some tally numbers on it though, towards the front, and it kind of has a count of different things that you presume are in the stock room or were in the stock room. Some of it's crossed out. But you're flipping through and you see some of the last entries in the last like couple pages of turnips, and you see an approximate sign with a rounded off figure of like 10,000.
There's like 10,000 turnips here. Over.
Is that a lot? Is that too few? Is that
That sounds like a lot.
If they get turned into dead people or whatever, that's a lot.
Sounds good. Later we can turn up.
Boo.
Did you just Dracula laugh?
yeah.
Better.
I got a whopping 8 for my Constitution.
That was definitely a fail. I was trying to get back to the
Some good ass wine.
Yeah, I'm not used to wine. It's always ale.
I found the how to have sex. Now I need to find how to get drunk. Oh, there it is. How to get drunk. It's loading. So
I'm gonna walk up to this.
Go ahead.
Once you're done.
I was just gonna say you're tipsy right now, and you gain the advantage on charisma-based checks and saving throws.
Yeah.
You're gonna walk up to the gnome, I'm assuming.
Back to the gnome dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and be like, there's a lot of turnips here. Don't you like need some help? Shouldn't you have a friend? Why are you down here by yourself?
Well, I could make the casting go quicker, but honestly, I just really don't want to be up there with the other wizards and such. They're generally not just boring, but they really are about this fighting, and I'm not really about this fighting. I'd rather be down here.
Yeah, but isn't like turning the turnips into skulls important for the ritual? Like,
Exactly. Hence why they haven't bothered me.
right, but like, how many people usually are in charge of this task?
Oh, well, we've got more in town, don't worry. These are just for the wall.
I mean,
There's more turnips in town?
Mm-hmm. I've already sent off another 5 of these crates back into town.
So these are extras?
Oh, no. These are just for the wall, like I was saying.
I would love that this is just a fucking jack-o'-lantern and we have become you son of a bitch. Okay. We are like so caught up in these jack-o'-lanterns, and like you say ritual like it means something, Josh, and that's just cruel. It's just cruel.
You're setting us up for Halloween, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
But
should I bring
there's-
turnips?
They used to use turnips instead of pumpkins because pumpkins are not native to Europe.
Right.
I'm gonna tell Shia that there's a bunch of turnips everywhere. It's not just at the wall. They got them everywhere.
I lost them. They're everywhere. Okay, so, well, it seems the turnip thing is going okay. So, why don't you come up and let's advise this. Let's start this our plan.
Wait.
I didn't quite understand that. Revise.
Shouldn't we wait to attack until after the ritual time? Because if not, we might miss the ritual time. Our battles seem to take a long time.
Yes, but this should be a quick. I mean, we're flooding the area and we're electrocuting everyone.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
I don't
I'm
know
gonna
what's
say,
going on.
I'm gonna say toodaloo to the little gnome dude and go back up the stairs.
It just.
And Josh, does everyone need to be there for this
Salutes.
ritual?
So your understanding of it is that, like, everyone should participate in it, in at least placing like a couple turnips, but you place them in key points around, just in different areas to ward off the spirits. The general understanding is they have like a certain radius that they protect of the earth and places in placement of them. You haven't really believed in it since your youth, but you're kind of questioning some of the things because of the fact that you have seen the dead actually rise, which is understandable.
I have a question. Who actually performs the ritual, though?
Everyone.
It's kind of like a joint ritual. In
The
placing.
ritual. Yeah, I'm gonna mansplain here. The ritual. The ritual is the placing, so it's not like a casting of a
Oh, okay,
The ritual
okay.
is the placing of these skeleton turnips.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, so it's not like precise or anything. It's like
No, it's like everyone needs to place a jack-o'-lantern in a certain radius so that the ground is covered and no oogly booglies come out of it.
This is the best month
Gotcha.
of the year. This is my favorite month. The fact that it turns October and all of a sudden we're like, this is the norm is just like my favorite thing about this time of year.
Yes.
Okay, I follow everyone else.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow.
You guys are heading upstairs, right?
I'm gonna
Still
drink some more of
productive.
my wine.
yes, it's still a productive journey, right? We got wine, we got bread.
So I am not necessarily needed for the attack.
Sorry,
So
you're not necessarily needed. What?
for the attack.
Ah.
So I like threw my torque into the people near me. I asked if they would like me to stay down here to like monitor the turnips in case something goes wrong, and then I can let you guys know like if like, the dead start walking down here or like turnips go bad or something.
I think that one hurts. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of throwing it out there as like an idea to see, like, you know, do you guys think this is a good idea? Maybe not.
It makes me originally nervous, like separating the group and putting you all down there by yourself. That's all. That's the only thing that really. Like, I think it's a great idea, but.
Yeah, I just don't think it's going to be a one and done thing, the battle. I think that we're going to do our best to surprise them with this attack, but I don't think that it's going to just take out an entire army. So I don't know. I think we'll be fighting for a while.
But at that point, she can, or he, sorry, Idril, he right?
Yeah.
Yep.
He
Yeah.
can run up the stairs and then go and the gate is right there. So he's not in a bad position.
Yeah, like I could run up like right after like the ritual is supposed to be finished because I use my longbow, so I don't need to be like in the field.
Oh yeah. Yeah, in addition, you can just run up and shoot some people.
Yeah, I mean like if I get in the field, I have weapons I can use, but they're not what I'm best at.
Okay, it's up to you.
I vote aye. I'm in favor. I think it'll be okay. Rime? Aye or nay?
I would say nay, but you
Okay.
guys. What do I know?
3 versus 1.
Thea?
Sounds. Oh, Thea. Deciding
Sure.
vote.
I trust whatever Idril thinks is best. I trust.
Oh,
All right.
Zeph.
Zeph?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with majority rules.
All right. We have 3 ayes and a nay. Majority rules. And
All right,
Idril.
I will keep watch.
We've
And if
never
you-
done democracy before.
any bit. This is my ruling. I like to keep a. This is how I think. This is how I think a kingdom should be.
We're in the city now, so we have to be civilized.
Yeah. Well, my father rules in his own way.
And they've been observing you dictating this to your companions that they can't quite hear from your necklace, but
I'm just like, yeah. But the moment you sense any danger, please run.
Oh yeah, I will like say something to you and then like get out of there.
Cool. Alrighty.
What's this?
Josh, I'm not sure if you heard me, but I was gonna say I'd take another, like, drink of wine as we're going up the stairs, but I failed. that
you did say, I did
Constitution
hear,
save
and I
again.
see the 5, so you are now buzzed.
Thea needs a drink.
Sweet.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
God.
hand over the bottle of wine to Thea.
Yes.
No.
So now
My
you have
family's
Way to prepare
dead.
for a bat.
now you
That's
have
not prepare for a battle.
disadvantage on dexterity-based checks,
Oh no.
I got a natural one
and
on my constitution.
you were tipsy, so you gain advantage on your charisma-based ones currently. You think you're awesome.
Everything is awesome.
Yep. And Zeph, you were already there of thinking everything's awesome, but now you're kind of like a little discombobulated.
Everything's really awesome now.
Yeah, yeah. And you're not noticing.
The two of us are like strutting.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. And what time is it now?
And it is getting on to the evening hour, so like around the dinner time. And where did you go? Yep. Where did he go? Just had a hold of Donner and then I lost him. Maybe I can.
Did he get those carpets?
I was just going to say while you guys were talking about that, Chia, you'd heard a thunk on the roof again, and clattering off, and
Donner, dancer,
There we go.
vixen.
Too early.
And
It's
Donner,
just ironic. It's a clacking on the roof.
yep, comes
I should have named your brothers after.
shoveling his way through his other brothers up to next to you on your side, holding the rolls of carpet that are kind of all little twitching at the corners. He says, "Well, I've gotten the 3 you asked for, Father."
Perfect.
Mother, sister? Ah, yes, it was you, sister, that did relayed the message.
Yes. Yes, it is me. Usually like straightens her chest a little bit more. Q. So, my team is currently on their way up, and what we are going to do is we're going to have. So, Thea, you are a caster, and Mime is a caster, correct?
Define caster. I mean, I'm a cleric.
You're making water happen.
When, like,
Oh,
how
yes,
far
indeed.
away? Like, how close do you have to be?
Let's look. Create or destroy water. 30 feet is my range.
Son of a beach. Son of a beach.
I can create up to 10 gallons. Or no, it falls as a rain in a 30-foot cube.
So, what's the possibility of Thea turning into a giant eagle again, carrying Mime, and casting a spell?
0. I can't cast if I'm an animal.
No! Son of a
I can
bitch!
carry somebody and fly.
Okay,
And Mime is small, so.
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can fly. You carry Mime. Mime casts water. And then, did we discover how far that goes? Like,
Don't the carpets hold 2 people?
oh, that is true. So we could have Mime and Thea on our back with
I
us.
could be on the wall, I think. I have 120 feet.
Feel better if you were there and then you like swept. I don't know. I don't think it hurts to have you on the carpet.
Okay.
In action.
Are we freezing these guys as well, or are we just electrocuting them? Because I know at one point we discussed, like, me and I think Donar freezing. He has freeze, right? Or does he have poison?
No, he is gassing.
Oh, okay.
I think the plan, we updated it with having my brother in, that all
Okay.
execute, and so we're gonna do a full storm.
So, Mime, what was your question, though? You were down here. You said something.
I wanted to know what's in this room.
So what you're visibly seeing is an individual that's seems to be mixing a few different ingredients, and the shelves are lined and filled with varying oddities as well. You can only presume to be those ingredients that she's making over there. And the individual is wearing like leaves, like giant leaves as clothing, basically, and they're green from head to toe.
I'm gonna, enter just through the doorway. I don't want to interrupt, but I'm gonna say real loud, "What's up?"
Oh, it's concentrated over here. Sorry, didn't hear you come in. I was looking at making some potions. I've gotten a good bit down in the cellar already. Just per the king's order, I've been making potions for the troops.
Where are you, Nick?
On the level with the above where the turnips are. If you go north or up and to the left.
You didn't make it all the way up? Like, all the way up the stairs?
Yes. I'm on the level with the armory.
So we went up another set of stairs?
Oh. Yeah, no, I didn't go up those ones. I came to come talk to the lady. Do you have any extra potions to spare? Fair lady? Green lady?
Oh,
Mrs.
Well, I do save a few for myself, if you know what I mean. And she leans under the table and she goes, if you're looking for a good time, and she holds up a blue liquid that's in a blue bottle, but you can tell that the liquid inside is making it bluer. It's almost sapping all of the blue around it out. Seems like everything's less blue around it. And then the other bottle she's holding. But if you're looking to just, if as you were mentioning some healing, it seems like it'd be this guy here, and it's kind of a greenish red.
I'm always looking for a good time, but it's easier to have a good time when you're healed.
Spoken like a true cleric.
Anything you'd be willing to part with, I'd be happy to take. I have some coins if you require.
I honestly I wouldn't mind for the red bottle. I would say that's an easy, simple gold, but this blue bottle, I've worked quite a while at it at my distilling and such. It's rather unique. I haven't caught something else quite like it. That's at least 2 gold that I would take for that.
Well, I have. Let me tell you what I got. I'm an adventurer. I've traveled far across the land. I have some interesting things. I have some charms for magic making that I took from a chanting lizard person. I also have a deflated globe that they were carrying with them.
A globe.
Excuse me, I believe I'm holding all of your coin.
No.
I have your coin. You do have coin.
Mm.
Everyone should be aware that they have coin that I've been carrying. I gave you guys coin pouches.
You did?
I gave you guys the 10G little pouches of happiness.
10,000?
Nope. 10K.
Jeez.
10G.
10 gold.
Yep.
5 pouches containing, more. 5 pouches containing roughly 40 GP.
Yep.
40, okay.
Because you'd made like 200 something with the mayor and such.
Yep.
So I have 40 gold.
Yes. Correct.
Um,
Everyone should have a pouch.
Yeah. I mean, well, gold. So I also have a stone golem heart. I have cherry blossoms. I have a hot
Ooh.
purple crystal I took from a waterfall. I have
Nina
coils
is
of
a
rope.
hoarder.
I don't know what I would do with the half of that. The stone golem heart sounds intriguing, though. I'd gladly give you both of these bottles for that.
Okay, I will do a trade. I will take your bottles, and you can have the stone golem heart.
Deal. And she walks over proudly and hands you the 2 bottles. They're both full to the top and corked.
How many ounces do you think there are in each?
They're each like 120 ounces, like a gallon. 124, is that what a gallon is? I forget.
Cool.
180? 28, my bad.
128
Yeah.
ounces. One is red, and it's a health potion.
So what they've described it as, yep.
And it's a good time. The blue one's a good time potion.
Uh-huh.
And put that in quotes.
To give to...
It's probably more drugs.
Grandma.
Is that LSD? Is that what's in this this bottle?
That'd be a lot of LSD, that's for sure. A gallon of LSD.
Oh,
She's been working on it a long time. Okay, cool.
And she takes the stone golem heart gladly and thanks you profusely.
Yeah. Good trade. All right, I'm gonna go join everybody else now.
All right.
Thank you. Good day. Good day, milady.
Wonderful evening to you. Enjoy the sanguinity.
Sanguinity. Oh, is that a
Happy
thing?
Sanguinity. Ooh.
I don't know. I work in
you made that an adverb?
yeah, I did.
This is
Because I
good.
have Solheim written.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to take me to join the others, yeah.
I helped you.
Oh,
Thanks.
what if,
Um,
like, those of us that can't do anything with water or electricity, Shia, would you feel better if we, like, stationed ourselves at the top of those stairs that you were worried about? In case, like, any of the neophytes are able to escape from the electricity and run, like, in the gate and up the stairs.
yeah, I think that's a good one.
As like me and like your one brother and then like some town's guard or whatever could be stationed up there. On, like either side.
What's the giant doing?
Oh, he's battle ready, and he's kind of seeming to get anxious at this point, and he's talking to your father, and but also to the whole room, just because he's loud. And he proffers his shield and his hammer, and he says, "Well, I'm about to off and ready to get some blood. I don't know about everybody else here."
Oh, we're ready. And I guess we all get on a flying carpet and get going.
Be a whole new world.
So, I
Um,
go ahead.
I guess I'm just gonna I'll just follow like Shia's brother and this giant to the wall.
And
Yeah, John R.
let me see if I can do this properly here. Probably not, but I'll give it a go. Select. Gosh darn it. Why can't I select both? Maybe I need to hold shift as well? No, that gives me distance. I can only select a group all at once? Oh, dang. Okay. I have to do this after that. Alright, so I was just going to move everyone out in front of the wall to get... Maybe I can. Here we go. It kind of gives you an idea of the carnage before you start going. Because the second part of this, of flying over their encampment, I haven't come up with the best way to do that. But as Lars is kind of getting ready, he just screams off almost unintelligible sounding noises. But you can kind of hear it echoed back at him, and over the wall climbs the giant that a few other people had seen forging in full battle armor is ready as well. And they're standing here, and they're saying, "Well, we've held this wall pretty much on our own from the outside. We'll make it behind their battle entrenchment on here, and if you can fly over and behind and make sure to double back to get any stragglers, we'll hold this position." They're kind of holding off to either side of the path.
Where am I?
Where are you? You're over here with Gunther. I'm assuming Gunther actually stays behind, actually, in this scenario.
Yeah, have Gunther. I'm gonna tell Gunther to follow Zeph.
Oh, is Zeph staying behind too? Oh, that's right.
I'm gonna have him shadow her.
So you go down
Yeah.
those stairs, Zeph, which you found here. I'm going to give you a little bit. I know I'm jumping around a little bit here, but it's because I'm figuring out how to move everybody like I want. So you see these stairs here, right? Which...
Oh, hold on. I have a black screen.
Okay. So I'm going back. I'm going to move you back so you just get an idea, too, of what Sheila was talking about.
Okay.
So you're in this room, and before she had left, she had pointed off into this direction for the stairs that she had been talking about.
Okay.
I know Thea has control of Gunther technically, but he's following behind at her command. And you see the stairs that I'm talking about now, and that she has been talking about.
Is it like this
Yep.
here?
Yep.
Okay.
And it's going down. And
would it be best? I'm gonna ask over my torque. Would it be best for me to be positioned at the top or bottom of the stairs? Like, should I be down there with the other people fighting, or should I be up here with these people up on the top of the wall?
It depends on. Wait, aren't you flying Mime? No, Mime's on the back. Never mind. It depends on your type of magic, or if you're like more melee, not. Mime.
I don't have magic. I punch stuff. I don't have I can fly, but that's it.
Also,
yes, melee is like interaction, so then you'd want to be down below the stairs.
You're realizing that the stairs are relatively short, so you would go down them is what I was putting you down to, and you realize that the stairs actually lead to the top of the wall, and battlements is where they are, the walkway, if you will, on top of the wall. And you can see over the ledge that there was a ladder that led up to the point past the stairs. Where did you go? Oh, over here is where the ladder would have been that led down into that chamber that's in between the doors. I'm going to move you on the other side of that wall a little bit so that you can see, because you're looking over a ledge right now, basically down into that first chamber. This is where that destroyed door was, and there's a big pile of corpses there. But
how tall is that ledge?
It's a good 25, almost 30 feet.
Can you jump that far, Zeph, or do you have feather fall or something?
DM, can I jump that far?
You can. You can fly. You can levitate.
Can't monks do crazy things though? Like,
I mean, I can fly down.
Yeah. So maybe you're looking out until something goes wrong.
And at the bottom of those stairs, you do see a ladder that goes up on top of one of the other battlements, up higher to one of the towers with the ballistas. I remembered what they're called. And you can kind of see out and see your friends over the edge of the ballista if you were to go up there, probably, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
You could ballista.
There is somebody currently on it that you kind of nod to, that they're standing next to.
Oh my God. Yeah, I guess I'll just stand on the top of that like busted gate and kind of watch and see. Or you know what? Maybe I don't know. I guess I'll fly down. I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna be at the bottom of that gate because I feel like me being able to be in close contact and punching stuff is gonna be the most useful.
Dude, look at those bodies.
If everyone else, if that's what everybody else thinks.
Yeah, Gunther will blink to be with you.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I was assuming,
Yeah,
too.
then I'm just gonna... I'm not gonna fly because we're not in, combat yet, so I'm just gonna walk down to the bottom of the gate.
How'd you get down the, 30 feet from the ledge there, then?
Well, how did everybody else get out and get down there?
I was assuming they went out to the side of the tower and kind of like that level that you went to and just flown off with the carpets.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll just fly down. I'll just use my step of the wind.
And you do see them all standing out there. Yep. Okay, you're good. Sorry, I moved you. I was trying to see from your vision. But yeah, so you guys are in front of there. I would say, other than holding on to the carpets, which would be sort of a roll of in itself, but I assume you're doing as you described, basically, to the encampments. I don't know if you're gonna how you're planning to do it to each one of them or what, because each of them are like 100 feet across, if you recall. Let me see here.
Yes.
And let me see what I can accomplish with. So are you following them currently, Zeph, as you're flying, or
No, I'm not gonna follow them. I'm gonna land down here
next to
and
the
just
giants?
yeah, and I'm gonna let the giants know, like, just don't step on me, and I will help you hold the wall.
Oi, wee Mädchen!
I'm gonna get my quarterstaff out, and then I'm gonna reach into my backpack and get my dick staff out.
Good choice.
Oi, that's a wobbly stuff you got there.
Yeah, but it's effective. It'll be okay. Can you tell what it is?
He's looking at it a little, like, cockeyed, like, okay then. Oh, I found the carpet finally. I've been looking for this the whole time.
Did we find the extra carpets?
Yeah, I found all of them. Well, the one, and then I can copy it. But I'm also trying to figure out how to get you guys all over to the other map cohesively. I can start dropping people, but it's going to be pretty confusing, I know. Mame. And then I guess you can, maybe they're down here. Do you guys start seeing you come up the path into the forest? And I was going to say, I don't know exactly how you're going about this, so I know if you've described it in some essence of strategy, but like, are you attacking one encampment first, going to another? I don't know. I know I was gonna have you roll something to see how well it goes, but I just didn't know what your attack plan
How
is.
how quickly can we all cast our water? Yeah, how rapidly can we all cast our different things?
We have to do it before initiative order starts. Cassidy says.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if we should all of us together attack one encampment at a time, or if we should split up and attack multiple encampments. I think we're going to be more effective and take out more people if we all cast at the same time at one target. I think the original plan was to split up and attack each of the 4 camps, like, separately, but...
Yeah, I mean, this is where I don't particularly know how, like, I don't particularly know how create water fully functions, because you're surrounded by water, right? And so the concept is, you say create water, and you should create a floodplain.
Here, I'll send it to the chat. So if
it really would depend on how the water thing goes. If it's only able to flood one encampment, then we're gonna attack one encampment at a time.
Gotcha. So if I cast this with a level 3 spell slot, I can create 40 feet. It rains over a 40-foot cube. So I don't know how. I know these encampments are pretty big. They're bigger than 40 feet. So
Yeah, they are. That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I have create or destroy water too, but I also have tidal wave.
So it seems like, and how many times can you cast Tidal Wave?
3.
Okay, so maybe what we do is we do 2 encampments at a time. So and I guess, do you have to have water, Cassidy or Thea, to cast this? I
A
guess I'm
drop
talking,
of water, but like that could be like out of my flask, like
and plus there's the river or the stream
yeah.
nearby. So, because I was thinking like create water, so 10 gallons, that's not going to be enough to flood an area.
no. So
Run away! Oh, I don't know.
so again,
but
so
I
it'll be a
think-
10 additional. So it'll be 30 gallons of water. It's still not enough to flood it. Or if it rains, right? If you just want everything to get wet.
Your other brothers are currently laying on these floating carpets and lounging, listening to you guys chat, and they're kind of just like, mm-hmm.
Do they all look the same?
Other than Donar. They almost pretty much all look identical. You're hard pressed to tell them apart at all.
So I would say that Thea would cast Tidal Wave and knock out a bunch of people into the river.
I have never seen these areas. You flew above them and know what they look like, and it's your hometown. I don't know where the river is, but I will do whatever you think is best because you know this place.
I'm assuming currently, too, you guys are kind of... Let me see if I can do this, actually, for this map. It might turn it off for everybody's map, but... We'll see.
Technically, we should be able to see everything.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to fix. If I can. Oh, wait, I know where it's at. It's in dynamic lighting. Turn it off. Okay. So, yeah, you guys are, like, up
Woo!
a lot in the air. Like, 100 feet right now, presumably.
Oh, I like this. I like looking at all this stuff.
Yeah, what is this tree over here? Very pretty.
Yeah, well, see, the trouble with it is that you're normally on a different perspective, is all. You're not 100 feet up in the air.
I like
So-
this tree.
You're appreciating Squall's abilities much more, I assume, right now.
So, wait, does Squall see this normally?
15, 20,
No, I normally have it off for him as well, but essentially he would. And I've showed him things like this before when he's like, I can just fly up there. What does it look like? But I can't turn it off, like the dynamic lighting, just for one person.
Okay.
What are these lizard people?
You're only getting a vague image of them up above, but yeah.
They're not
then-
normal humans. Sorry.
I say you cast Tidal Wave and we use a breath weapon. So we have 2 Dragonborns. Well, 1 Dragonborn because we can only use 1 breath weapon. So you cast Tidal Wave and it goes over the first, because you said it's 120. I'm guessing it can go further. Like, it's a tidal wave. Like, I don't know the travel distance of it.
It's my range is 120. It's 30 feet long.
Yeah, these camps are about 100 feet across. Just FYI, I counted.
I was not lying to you. I promise.
Oh, I don't remember when that information was given out. And we can try to attack one, and if it doesn't go well, we can always fly away.
Yeah. I think that's a good start.
Which one do we want to start with?
Let's do this one. First one.
Ah, okay. The south
This guy?
eastern. Yep.
I was wondering if I could look and see if there's anything different, but they all have the exact same people. It's the craziest thing.
Well,
So
you know.
we should almost instantaneously cast these things so that we don't run the risk of them becoming wiser to it. So, like, if we're doing water and electricity, we should do them almost at the same time before the initiative order.
Yes.
Yeah. And so, I mean, we can both, since your tidal wave is 30 feet and my cast, I can make it rain over 30 or 40. We can cover most of the encampment between the two of us. We both, fire water at the...
Code is going to be finger guns. On the
like
count of finger guns, we do it. Then
Okay.
the electricity people immediately after.
I had
Yes.
to reevaluate how high you guys were. You guys are up at like 200 feet right now. Just because normal seeing
much we can
distances.
see.
You're still
We're gonna have to get closer, right?
yeah, height wise. Part of that reasoning
Yeah.
is because if you were closer, some of these people might be shooting bows and arrows at you. Is the other thought that I
Yeah.
just had.
I
currently.
guess we would be up pretty high until
Yeah.
we're ready.
Yeah, we like calm down, cast, water. You have, I guess, two of us on each side. Yeah, I guess let's just like knock out an encampment and see. Maybe throw them off their path. Yeah, let's go down. You have two water people. We'll do it on 4 sides, 4 carpet. Kind of come down. Dragonborns on either side. We're shooting down. You do so water first. So you do water, and then within the second, we're shooting our breath weapon.
Yeah, if we can do all that from the carpets, I think we're going to be okay.
All right.
Josh, now, looking at these encampments, it seems like there's only 3 people in them.
There's
You
more.
can notice from that height, for the most part, that are moving.
There's also people on the walls.
Okay.
Like I said, that you can notice from that height, that are moving. You
Okay.
see a lot bigger encampment, obviously, so you assume there's some maybe like laying down to sleep. There's some under some areas, like the tarped off little portions here that you can't quite technically see under.
Okay.
Yeah, there's at least 11 of these like sleeping bed things.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying. There's probably like about 15 or 20 or so people in each encampment when you'd flown over the first time that you estimated to be in the vicinity.
Alrighty, let's do this. Say let's pick our places, and on finger guns we lower and cast.
So roll a dexterity. It's like what you would for a bow, in my opinion, for this a little bit, because you're aiming,
Oh.
you're taking aim and you're letting loose.
Who is rolling?
Everyone, to see if how will they hit. And it's more specifically, I mean, dexterity itself works, in my opinion, because that's what it takes to wield a bow. And I don't see a better dexterity skill. Yeah, because it's not really stealth and it's not really sleight of hand. That would be the closest to it. And I would say, if you, for whatever reason, wanted to make like aerial combat a skill, the next time it would be a +1 to whatever your sleight of hand is, for just a skill increase. But you got a 10, Thea, I see, for a dex. And
can you just add your dex mod?
Yes. For all intents and purposes. It's better to do that for now, for sure. 21.
Who got a 21?
That'd be Shia.
My dex isn't even bad. I'm just enrolling horribly today.
Is that 16 supposed to be your dexterity ability check, Mime?
Yep.
Oh, okay. It was above the creator destroy water, so I was sort of...
Yeah, for some reason, felt like I needed to send that again, but no. It's
okay.
It's the 16.
It had lost me for a second. That's why I was like, wait, did you roll yet? Anyways.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So...
I fixed it.
Go ahead and situate yourselves how you're going to situate yourselves. 2. I see, Shia, you've already done such, basically.
What do you mean?
I'm guessing one of your other brothers situates themselves down here.
Yeah.
Opposite of
He
you.
would, yeah, he would. Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to move without the carpet?
Yeah, go ahead and do that. I mean, the carpet is there for... It's under you, but you're moving with it, and...
So since we're above the camp, I'm actually gonna situate myself like here.
Okay. Thea, is that where you're situated?
What's really funny
What?
is that we should call this
Carpet
we
bombing?
should call this no.
God.
What is that? Optics? What's like mission? We're mission storm because it's just like rain and like water and lightning. Like that's literally all it is. It's like, okay, mission storm over. Or
Operation Storm.
yeah, Operation Storm. Thank you. That's exactly what I was looking for.
Is that where
Operation Storm is a go.
Is that where you were situated then, Thea? Or...
Sure. I have 120 range, so I guess it depends on who's on the carpet with me, however close they need to be.
Well, this is Mame here, too, who is also creating water.
Yeah,
Yep.
so if you want to go over here via so that you guys are kind of like on opposite sides so you guys can cover more spots.
Mm-hmm.
And then Josh.
I'm going to fill in the gaps a bit. So I would say that your create water Mime had taken full advantage of the direction you were in and soaked pretty much all across the area that you're aiming for. And Thea, you'd done similar, but you kind of missed this one guy out here. So that guy is completely dry currently.
Which
but
guy?
in the very center of the camp. Because what happened is the tidal wave went up to just before him, and he ran up against the wall and held on to it while it dissipated at his feet. And he was looking over at the other storm that was approaching from your way, Mime, and he's like, "The fuck is going and then you guys let loose with the lightning. At the exact same moment, Shia, I'm going to see what your brother rolled here, I guess, with a dexterity. Should be pretty high. Yep.
Don't
Roll,
jinx it,
Danny.
Dan.
Roll. There it is.
Breath
I
weapon.
jinxed it.
You got a natural one.
And your brother just cockily is standing there on the other side, just like, oh yeah, I've got this all day. And he just kind of yawns and totally misses the guy in front of him, but strikes the guy that Thea had missed, so he gets hit with the breath weapon. If you want to roll your damage for your breath weapon, Shia.
Yeah.
And I guess roll your damage, Thea, too?
Yeah.
I don't think there's damage for create water, but I was going to
No.
consider
The
it.
damage should be from the electricity.
Yeah.
Is really what it's from. But then there should be additional damage done. So, like, the damage I roll should be done on all the people who are touched by water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I also get bludgeoning damage for the tidal wave.
Yeah, and in addition, anybody who was touched by your tidal wave got additional damage. Yeah, I think you just said that, sorry.
And I was thinking from the distances too, though, Mime, just for convenience sake, your damage would be half of whatever Thea's is bludgeoning, and then we'll go from there. 18? Nice.
Mm-hmm.
What was yours there?
All right.
Shia?
Rolling good when it counts.
Sorry.
13. Okay. So I would make double whatever you had there for yours, Shia, which is 26. Yeah. For a total of math. 40. 44. Yeah. And basically, there were a couple sleeping individuals who seemed completely knocked unconscious. Just for convenience sake, I'm not going to put them there. But there's maybe like 5 more individuals that were in the beds that are unconscious now. And everyone that had been struck by the tidal wave and let me see here. Going back to each one of them. Oh yeah, they're all unconscious. Except for the guy. No, he's also unconscious too because he got hit by Mime's bludgeoning.
Yes!
So everybody here is basically unconscious, even though they had missed. Let me make sure the one in front of you, I forgot there was. Oh yeah, he's totally unconscious. But there are 2 lizard folk that are standing off to the side over here that seen all of this go down. They're like, and start like running off. I think everybody should roll initiative for that, but that's just my particular take on that.
I mean, I feel like we should, try to finish this camp off while it's damaged.
Also, it is 10 o'clock, so if you wanted to...
Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm okay with rolling initiative and then hitting pause.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if
Or should we wait till next time?
Initiative just yet, because technically we're up high enough.
Well, you would have advantage on initiative, is what I would say, at that height advantage. But there is still a time that like is associated with them realizing what's going on, basically, and you being able to react to it is because it's like stop time now. Like you know that point where your life is flashing before your eyes and everybody's
Because we have a
like
choice.
in increments.
We have a choice to run away at this point, right? We're still on flying carpets.
Yep.
Yeah. So do we want to wait till next session to decide if we're gonna fight or run away, or do we want to roll initiative now? Or decide to run away?
I think running away would still be a part of the initiative thing.
Oh, really?
That's what I was asking.
It
Josh.
is.
Oh.
It is part of the initiative thing because you have to wait till your turn or whatever to run away. But
Gotcha. This isn't Pokemon.
this is also very uncharted territory to have. I'm still counting here. Let me keep going through with this.
Oh God. Oh, so I'm scared. Looks like we got in some trouble.
I mean, we knew that this was what we were getting into.
Yeah, I mean, but we're also on flying carpets, and we just killed like
A quarter.
a
Are they
fourth
dead
quarter.
or are they unconscious?
I think they will be dead soon,
Okay.
right? They have to make like their death saves, but I don't know if Josh is actually cares about that.
Normally, I do not. No.
Please tell me that we don't have to fight these people again. We just did this.
Am I rolling
So I was-
initiative as well, or I'm not sure how far out they are?
You are not. You don't even know there's really combat. I would say because they're far enough away. They're, I'm not able to math right now. I'm up to 46 people though.
Oh
47.
my god. Including us?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's 20.
40.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be like 80, at least 80 people.
Why? Why does it have to be 80 people?
Because there's 15 to 20 people in each encampment.
Oh, so are we fighting all of the encampments right now? We can't just do like one at a time?
There's
I mean-
been an alert process basically. Oh, that was fun. I just sent 48 people to the combat initiative. Whew.
No,
48.
Josh! What is
I'm gonna
this?
look at it.
That is
Look.
not how this works.
I want to be sad for a second.
Because some of them would be
Mime's at the top.
some of them would
Mime's
be
number 1 out of 48.
obviously some of them would be obviously alerted, but some of them wouldn't. So some of them would have a disadvantage. But I was having trouble even selecting 48 people, honestly. It took
Kobold number 12 is doing great, as well as horse number 3.
Shit. There's a horse in here? I didn't see that.
Gargoyle is the last.
They shouldn't be in here. See, that's some of the stuff that, like, I don't even know.
Hobgoblin number 3.
This is...
This is chaotic.
You're telling me this is how it should go though too, because they basically just set up an alarm of seeing their encampment being attacked, and people are responding to that. It might not be the full 80 that you were talking about, but that's what's going on. You just hear a general
some
call
of
to
these-
arms going on right now. Just everybody going, "Ah!"
Some of these are horses, so before we get too alarmed, Meredith and horse number 6 are also in here.
What are they? Are they war horses?
Your war horse is in here, I think.
War horses aren't to be fucked with. They will ruin you.
They have.
Their initiative order is to be fucked with, though.
To be fair, they were in the area, or they were left in the vicinity at the very least. I don't know where they're
We'll
at
take that.
ultimately, though. Huh?
We'll take that. So, whenever we come back, note to selves, I have written, kill lizards ASAP. The 2 that are running, I think we need to just stop it before they warn them, so that we could actually possibly do this again to the second encampment. Take out 50% of the troops, baby.
I think
I'm
the
okay with
alarms
that.
are already going off, but yes, we should try.
Was there automatic alarms? Josh?
No, it's just been so far.
I'm gonna say no.
So far, all you've experienced is just the two lizard folk that were kind of patrolling that you could see near the camp, that are shouting and started running the opposite direction, and caused the clatter. And
Yeah, let's check them out.
Also,
Yeah.
did they really see anything? Pretty crazy storm out there. If I was smart, I would have done illusion to make it minor illusion to make it seem like a storm, while someone else casted the breath weapon. Cantrip too. Embarrassing, Sarah.
Too bad
Embarrassing.
Too bad you don't have that fork that I just introduced it. You weren't
What
there
fork?
for that campaign, though. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Well, at least Mime is number 1, so Mime is gonna go first.
Yeah, and then I don't know what lizards those are.
I don't know. I really.
John
7 and
There's
7.
a cultist.
It can't be 7 and 7. I guess they are 7 and... No, that's something else. I don't know which one these are. Yeah, they are both 7 and 7. How does that even work?
How do you know?
I have no idea.
I don't see them on the initiative order.
They're gladiators.
Oh.
Gladiator 7 and 7, apparently. I had no better way that I could think of in a short amount of time other than, like... I'd looked up ways to do combat, so I'm guessing this is the end of session, so awesome session, everyone. But I still don't know if this is the best way to have a giant army. And I'd seen some other ways where, like, you're kind of like the head of this organized group of people, but if you're guerrilla warfaring people, this is the only way that I could figure it out, too. Like, I don't...
I mean, I'm okay with this.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's cool.
Some personalities. I would debate and say that we're only technically in initiative with the 2 lizards.
Ultimately, but they're everybody else is, I would say, hearing their cries because they were purposefully on patrol, you know? So there is some sort of system in place in the regards to, like, you hear a cry, relay the cry. You hear a cry, relay the cry. Kind of thing. Not like the fires, you know, you see the enemy coming, light the fire. You see the enemy coming, light the fire.
And also, I'm sure seeing a tidal wave and electric storm happening next door, pretty jarring.
Yeah, it's pretty loud, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think we knew what we were getting.
A grand and wonderful thank you for those who took the time and made it here, to the end of the episode, where I know sometimes we are long-winded, and others we are just dead silent. I don't know what to tell you. This is raw here, folks. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can help support us just by listening. But you can also provide even more support, if you like, by going to Anchor FM page and following the support link there. If you do so, I will personally work in an NPC or an idea, whatever you'd like to hear played out. If you want, you can get a hold of us through one of our many options, including voice messages on Anchor FM, or DM to our Twitter, or any other social media that you can find us, YouTube, etc. You can share your ideas, otherwise listen for the shout out and thank you for making it through.